And so, you know what? I don't do this often. I'm not gonna say I've never done it, but I don't do this often. I think I might change my mind mid-video. Folks, the WWE Royal Rumble is right around the corner. And if you don't know, it's one of the biggest shows of the year for the company, as this has major implications on WrestleMania, their absolutely biggest show of the year. Now, this year, there are so many big names that have been announced already, like a Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. But in this video, we're going to talk about one, which you know which one, you saw the title. We're going to talk about John Cena. He's definitely one of the favorites to walk away with the win, but should he actually win? We're going to break it down in this video today. Before we get into that, go ahead, like and subscribe. You know, the spiel means a world to me, helps me grow, shows me you love me, yada, yada, yada. I'm ready to get into this video, so let's get there. John Cena is recognized as one of the GOATs, greatest of all time in the business. He's very nearly, if you could think about it being done in WWE, he's done it and has a resume that would rival anyone that's ever laced up, boots, shoes, put on some jorts, some headbands, some tights, all that kind of stuff. But he has also confirmed that 2025 is his last year of in-ring competition. Now, pro wrestling fans have grown to understand the phrase "never say never," but if there's one person who's going to say never and mean it, it's John Cena. When that announcement came through, folks were clamoring for one more title run from John, and his first opportunity to get there is to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to break down the pros and the cons of a Royal Rumble win. We'll end it off with a little conclusion, all right? Starting with the pros, this would give him an opportunity at 17. John being at 16 ties him with another wrestler as the most recognized world title runs. That other wrestler being Ric Flair. And John, should he win, and then go on to win the title match, will put him at 17, top of the mountain as the most winningest, major winningest wrestler, however you want to say it. I'm not good with words. And that would be, this part, in my opinion, would be good for pro wrestling. Because, yeah, people love Ric Flair. He's flashy. He's, stylish, charismatic. But the dude has some baggage with the name. Go watch Dark Side of the Ring in the episode Playing Right from Hell. Quick plug, great show. You'll learn a lot about how shitty the 80s and 90s and even the 70s and even now were in pro wrestling as people. But that episode kind of details the kind of person Ric Flair was. And to have that at the top doesn't look good for pro wrestling. And then you have somebody like Cena, who, I'm not gonna say he didn't make mistakes. I'm not gonna say he didn't make bad choices, but he has done a good job at making sure his image is squeaky clean with, doing all the shows, being an ambassador for WWE, doing all the media, now in Hollywood trying to do it right. Someone who's known for stage advice, and probably now the accomplishment he's most proud of, the one that certainly needs to be talked about the most, over 650 Make-A-Wish wishes granted, and that was a number from years ago. I'm sure that's up now. So to have that guy as the top of your accomplishments, it would paint pro wrestling in a better light with the masses. It's in a good place now, but it could always use a little boost. That saying, all publicity is good publicity, is a bunch of bull. Good publicity is great publicity. Moving on to another pro, a John Cena win, while it wouldn't, not everyone would be happy with it, a lot of people would accept it, because John's a part-timer. He's not there every day. He's there for major feuds, major shows, or just to come out and run somebody down the mic. He's a part-timer, and a lot of times people have issues with part-timers winning. Major things that should be reserved for full people, like world title runs, Royal Rumbles, Money in the Banks, opportunities that should be rewarded to people who are there day in, day out. When a part-timer comes in and wins, it's kind of But John Cena is he's at the point now where he's loved, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for people. It would be easier to swallow for people to accept that. So it is plausible. And then you factor all that in, you know, the Hollywoodness of WrestleMania, because it is very much a production, is very much, you know, theatrical as much as it is action. For us, that's WrestleMania's been like the celebrities come out, they go over the top with like the fireworks and a hoopla and a woo. Having that history moment at WrestleMania for the most world titles is something that the WWE might not get a chance again, especially not in my lifetime. I don't think it'll happen again. So it's almost too good to pass up to have Cena's quest happen there. You know, that would definitely be played for until the company implodes or until humanity gets wiped off the face of the earth. And then a couple years after that on Mars, it would be still played then. And it's like I said, it's a Hollywood style ending that is so like, you know, execs, you know, WWE and the company that owns it, TK, are like, oh, we need to do it. Oh, they're just salivating just to do it. For all the good things I mentioned about, there are some negatives. Before I'll talk about some, it'll be easier for people to accept. That doesn't mean that people will accept. They might want someone else who's there more to win it. Say a Drew McIntyre, maybe even a Roman Reigns. That's a little stretching, but you get it. He's going to be there for a couple years. A CM Punk, maybe an up and comer like a Braun Breaker, a returning Randy Orton. You know, people who are there more, they might want that opportunity to go because it's something that happens once a year. And yes, there's been multiple people who have won multiple times, but it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to get booked like that. So sacredness to being a Rumble winner. And this next con is a thought I had that, like, as I was like writing this out and kind of even getting a camera like set up to film this. By the way, if you've been here before, it's a new camera. I look cool. Ooh, new microphone. Ooh, yeah. Santa came for me. Yeah. Oh, pause. There's a thought that came up that the chase might the chase might be better for John Cena if it's stretched out, because this is technically his like first opportunity to get a world title shot. If he were to win it and do the thing in Mania, you still have 8 Manias in mid-April. You still have 8 months of the year to figure out the hell he's going to do. And so there's more story there of chasing that opportunity, of proving himself. Like he said before, he hasn't won a singles match in 6 years, I think, something like that. Please fact check if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. But he hasn't won a singles match in that time. It could be our story of him like finally getting wins, him building that confidence back up, him, you know, taking out contenders in front of him, and then earning the title opportunity that way. There's also other opportunities down the line. You have Elimination Chamber, which is early March. You have Money in Bank, which is June, I think. You can also just, like, you know, like I said, keep winning throughout the year. Maybe win like a tournament in September, October to get a shot. Who knows? There's different plays that John could do that would immediately be eliminated should he just win his first opportunity and get the title at Mania. So something to think about. And so those, like, there are more pros and cons. I listed a couple for the sake of time. If you have any more, like, why or why not, let me know. 2 of those. I love to read your comments. I love to figure out what you guys are thinking. But as far as what overall I think should happen, it's funny. As I was recording that, like, as I was getting this together, I was leaning one way hard. Like, this is what I want. This is what I think should happen. This is what I want to see. But as I'm reading this script out, as I'm reading the script out on the video, my brain was like, you know what? I think that our way's better. I think we should go that way. And so, you know what? I don't do this often. I'm not gonna say I've never done it, but I don't do this often. I think I might change my mind mid-video. Yeah, I think I am. I was leaning towards, yes, Cena should win, get his Hollywood moment at the Rumble, and definitely his Cinderella ending at WrestleMania at the biggest stage possible. But damn, that redemption arc does sound fun. So yeah, no, Cena should not win the Rumble. I repeat, should not win. There's too much story there with the redemption, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm leaning that way. As to who I think should, I might say that for a future video. So that's why you do that, subscribe so you can see it. Oh yeah, but that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you think Cena should not win, or do you think he should? Love to read your responses. I love engaging with y'all. Find me at all socials. I'm pretty active over on X. At everywhere I'm at, it's heartfelt. But for right now, I am just heartfelt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.